Where, oh where does it begin, my friends? This is what I am going to project. In order to see that we can have a rush and difference and see that we can like each other without the creed or the rust, turn everything that's your picture upside down and put your face and put yourself upside down. Today we start on the 28th, which is the beta month, which means TH. It's the fourth part that it connects to the end of the last 3 days of this month. Put all your pictures upside down of who you are. Today is the day, my friends. We must forget what color we are. We must forget the religion we are. The only thing we really have in common are 10 basic laws and a lot of us with Christ. But if you want, some of you put Christ in and some of you leave him out. You want to put Allah, you put Allah. The only thing I ask you is to do this. Okay, because everything works by less than 10 and 9 is enough and the 10 is complete. The 10 commandments and the laws of whoever they came from, the 10 commandments, we call them as they are. Okay? The 10 commandments, they are. They have no religion. They never did have a religion. Man made the religion, and because of that, we separated, split up, and we became apart, and we became enemies. And we didn't only become enemies because of that, and it's not that we're not friends, but we move into a city, in another town we do not know, and want to change all the laws and don't comply to the laws that are there. You want to move out of your country, like I moved out of the country, my parents, my grandparents, they all moved out. We didn't have any trouble growing up, but I'm starting to see a mix between the greed of the crowd who thinks it's they're the best, but who cares who's the best? I'm going to tell you something, the Middle East is the best. Whoever came from the Middle East, they were here for a reason. This game is all about them, okay? And then they move here, they want to feel more. And I don't care who you are, Morocco, Jew, Jordan, I don't care where you are, okay? But when I see someone wear a hat, he wants to block out. He wants to barter. He doesn't want to see what's going on. You know, putting on a hat is not bad, but there's no hat to put on, my friends. If I had a job, you think I can go into my job like this? Do you think, is this how I would go? How would I go into my job? How? I mean, I walk in like this. I go, come on, guys. I put on a little makeup today. No. I have to put this back up on the top, see what happens, if you can pick me up or not. Oh, you can get me. So what if I just did this? What if I did this and just talk like this? So what would it look like? Here I am, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Quack Show. We must all be friends. Friends, friends, we must always be. Wherever we travel, we should always feel free. Friends, but all we want to do is downtown. When you go down, how low can you go? Because when you go down, you have to pass center earth. And when you pass center earth, you stretch of who you are as an I down with you. So when you stretch that I and down, and you put the down between the W and the N, you have a win. So you came from up to go down to win, down to win. Because down and town, they are both the same. Do I look like a barker? Like a dog? Woof, woof, woof. What's a barker? Barker. I hear it on the radio. A barker or something. Is that supposed to tell me something? Am I supposed to look at this money? And you know what it shows on here? If you fold it properly, okay, it's almost like doing this to the thing. Oh, I put it over here. What does it say? Oh, it's a Ouija board. Yeah, the Ouija board of money. Yeah. Put it all around. Now they're going to ask you to go into mysticism. And if you get into any mysticism, you get stuck in their system. You don't come out. Okay? It's a weird thing. It's in the mind, okay? And it's an electro wave. And what happens is because the element of iron that's inside of us, pumping the iron all the time, that electro wave, okay, it vibrates. And they have a machine that covers the entire earth. They were here before anybody, and they passed it on, and it got passed on, and it got passed on. It's from the angels, from the early angels in the early time. So the Mayan, they're here. Or are they not here? You put it all over the internet, and now I talk about it, and you doubt everything I say, yet you're digging holes into the mountain in Colorado to bury yourself like groundhogs, because until Groundhog's Day, it's better down there than to see what's happening with your people up here. Very nice, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain. Go down with the ship, eh? What do you think he went down with the ship for? He knew what was going on. I think he got torpedoed. Never mind just hitting that bank. I mean, he had somebody else with him. I mean, how often do you ask somebody else, hey man, let's take out the ship for a run? No, they jumped all on the ship. Titanic times 10. Titanic times 10. I mean, if I count it up, I almost reached a Mayan count at 25,000 something. Not only that, it came out of Newfoundland. New-found land. When was it a new-found land? New, found. Land, F-L-N-F-L-N. Oh, I'm sorry, what's going on here? Oh, it fell? Did I say it all fell down? Come on, the puck's on the ice and you got 6 Rangers out there. Of course it's 6 Rangers against 4 sometimes. You know why? Because in the Matrix, 46 and 64 make the 10. The perfect match to put someone with a Scotty tissue. Put him a nice bow tie, a Scotty tissue, call him the man. You've got the Scotty of the bow man. You put a flower in there, he's number 10 commandments. How do you think they knew these people? Because they knew their numbers before. Now God has separated them. We're all separated now as it comes to the end. Yvonne Cornway, the Roadrunner. At the same time, Warner Brothers is out there. Who owned Warner Brothers? WR. Was it the right brothers or the wrong WR? Wrong brothers. Right or wrong, they still continue to write. What does it say here, right or wrong? Peg, droit. Where's right or wrong? Oh, you rang. If you were rang, you were right. If you rang, you didn't write. You didn't write at all. And if you weren't writing a message, so there was no message to tell. So the message was transferred. That's therefore, by just telling him, no, I'm not writing. So there's no big message. He can go away. Otherwise, he'd say maybe. And if he said maybe, right away he's writing. But if he says maybe what, maybe he's not writing at all. Because if he says maybe who what, because if you don't ask who, you don't know what. Who what and who, they go together. Now what's the difference if I said who what and first? Who what's on first? I don't care who's on first. If he's on third, it's okay. Because if he's on third, that's the grace. The graced. The grace of all is on third. Trinity. The duet plays on second base. And the singularity is the one spirit and always the one to get by. You never get by that last one spirit, and at the end it releases from one end to you and it boomerangs right back up to where you should go. You see, it starts at the head, goes down to the nuts, right up through the heart, right? It's connected together from one end to the other one because your body speaks and you know you have to go to the bathroom, so it has to connect and release. So one of your spirits are connected down there. When you die, what actually happens is we become stretchy men. And this spirit elect, okay, which is a connectivity, they turn the connectivity the back way, so it stretches you up, but the bottom knows not to detach it. So it gives you the energy, the negative energy, to stretch yourself into the sky, grab onto the sky. Somebody grabs onto your arm over here, you grab onto the sky, and then it releases from your ass, a little shit comes out, and you're gone. You're in the next world. Kaboom. You know what I'm saying? Where did they use this? Holding, again, football. Holding, 50-yard line, holding. Of course you're holding me. You're taking my money from me or you're sending me to heaven. They work both ways. Oh my God, they work both ways. Homosexuals. Hey guys, it went in our ear, it's coming out our ear. Does that mean we're homos too? Because it goes in and out the same hole? Because the hole's not an indentation, you think it's not good for anything at all. But we were asses all our life. Should we become the cat? The cat's eyes. Where's the cat? The cat is in the jungle, the cat in the hat. Have you ever seen the hat on the cat of the cat in the hat? It's a beautiful hat on the cat, and the cat is so beautiful too. But we won't talk about Sylvester Stallone, the Navy SEALs, the stars and seals, the seals we put on something when we seal something so they go out to hunt because the seals are on the loose. We have to watch out for the seal hunting now. Don't you get it? It's all a conglomerate of many, 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 many things put together. But now we must go to a commercial break because chapter 24 has just ended. Now you know the past history of this book. They're only tales of a tall, tall, tall tree. The tree was an old, 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 old oak tree. We'll be back in 2 minutes to tell you about all the other trees and yellow ribbons that we tie around the trees. But you know what's funny to me? Because I saw someone wearing red shorts and it was tied up with yellow. Yellow is the transporter of the energy. Is it supposed to be the shorts? What do the shorts represent? Because actually it's the one spirit it represents. Oh, so the Russian who fought Rocky was wearing those shorts and he needed only the yellow belt to hold him up. and he needed the pants to protect who he had inside. So that was good. But then Rocky fights, and he's a Balboa. He's a snake. He's a snake, but he's a Rocky. He's a Rocky Balboa. Now, what's he doing in his life right now? Because he might be a sign of what might be going on in the future, because it was in Philadelphia. So Rocky, to remember Rocky, the good-hearted man, short man who went in, and he was funny in whatever he did, and I enjoyed all his films, so I call him as a good rock, because most rocks are good. It's the Stones. They're bad. But the Rolling Stones is a singing group. And when you're talking about good and evil in one song, my friends, they're the best, and they were the best in the world, and that's why they're here, and that's why we hear them. They're reminding us of what we have to know. This is a transporter energy that God gives us near the end of times. It just comes upon one man, becomes upon two men. Once everybody start to listen and get we must rid of the seal. Don't you know we are being followed with every seal and every symbol that we go to the shopping center that we touch with our hands, and it passes through the machine. It also gets our fingerprints at the same time. So if you want, go ahead and use gloves, but we touch everything. It's in our feelings. I can show you right now, but I'm going to show you just one thing, okay? And then I'm going to go for a commercial break. I don't like to do this. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, so don't worry, I'm not taking off my pants. So let me see. Let me see if we can do this on this camera with me seeing for the first time. Okay. Now, let's see. Can you see this? Where is it? I'm looking for it. Right there. You see it? It's right there, my friends. That's what you got when you were born. Right there. That's what we're being followed by, okay? You think I tell lies? Look at the four corners. It's a fucking dice piece. It's exactly four corners. Look at that, just like the dice. You don't want to take me seriously, my friends? You want to go on a road untraveled? You want to go on a road that doesn't exist anymore? You want to go to an area of land that doesn't even have land? What you see is not what you get anymore. Because once the truth comes out, everything starts to turn to turmoil. But they don't want it to turn to turmoil, because in this time, the oil is no longer good. They need the people to run the land. If we run away, there's nothing left, and they know. And our thing is to believe each other, to understand and to learn from the experience of the time of the past, of the time of the coming, of the time right now, the sitting in front of who you watch. Who am I? I got 12 cats in my house. Nah. I always talk that way. You know why? Because I count for 4. I'm a D letter. My initials are DAR. MF. I'm the Dartmouth Dragon. And Newfoundland, NFL, which is Newfoundland. Excuse me if they get mixed up with the football. But they got the quarterback! And they got, guess what? The guy in front of them. They got 2. They got a Q and a B. One takes it, one passes it. One guy gets it and he passes it. Must be gay, the guy in the middle, eh? Always with the hands through the legs. That's the way we see, but in football it's okay. They're programming us. In this game we can do it. How many yards between the two teams? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is. It's got to be 3, no? Somehow. Anyways, we're going to cut it short right now. I showed you what that was, and I want to show you another thing. I'm going to probably show it to you again. Do you see this? See that exact mark? Take a look at that dice. When they say yo 11, do you know why they say yo 11? I'm going to show you why. If nobody understands or sees why they show yo 11, I'm going to show you why. Well, there's your 11. Okay? And you want a whole 11? I'll bring you a whole 11. Look what's left in the dice. I circle the whole thing, the 4 corners from the last dice, and there's only 1 left. That's thus in the center. That's the 11. That's the yo 11. It's the Y. It's the sometimes Y. It's the partial Y. Do you see what's on this money here? Do you see what's on this money? Am I allowed to do this? Can I hold up money like that? It's my money. I'm just showing you. Look, you see this money here? I don't know if you see this. You see this? You see the color in it? See all that color in it? It's a bar. It's a reader bar. You know exactly where you are. Okay? It's a reader bar right in there. It's not me. It's nothing to do with me. It's reading you right now. You see the way it works? You don't want to believe me? You want to add up what it says? It says 303. That's the whole kit and caboodle. That's Christ's number. 30, 303 means actually, the O part means all of the 30s. And the 3 is the creation, they're running it. Now, who is it? I don't know. How does it work? I don't know. But what I do know is this. It's the ball of love. And it comes from all the hearts trying to stick together. Continue working. Continue working. Don't go against what anybody says. Do everything right. This is the time that where you must do everything right, because they will find whatever they could. Because when it comes to writing, all they want to write, okay, is a thank you notice for what you ever gave them. We're all worth $1,500 each, okay, in this world. And every time somebody goes in and goes out, it's $1,500. Why? Because in Monopoly, that's how much money they give you, $1,500. Okay. They gave you the Monopoly rules, and they tell you exactly where everybody stands before you stand to do anything at all. Where we stand where we stand. You are where you are. You are safe. You are safe if you are good. But because the end of times, the energies pass from one to the next, and they're trying to find who's going to help save the land, when it's all of us. It's just that if there starts to be a great energy and you're not with it, you get pushed to the other side automatically, even if you don't want. It tells you should have worked harder before. Now it's too late. You have to work now. The time is now. What you said yesterday was yesterday. What you say now of truth inside of your heart from deep within is from deep within one, of one who won. It is one who won, the one who gets the one. And with the one of winning one, he becomes one, but he is two because of his little angel up here, that he wouldn't be anything at all without. And that's the same reason I can speak the way I speak, because the tiger comes out of the bath. Fabergé, my friends. We turn it over. I'm suggesting that everybody turn over, okay, whatever they have for the next 2 days, because there is a change at the gates. On Wednesday, they call it 8 days a week and midi-colis. Well, this week, Wednesday, falls on the 30th. It's an exact number to fall on that date in the year of 1111. So it's time to start now. I don't want to scare you. Don't be scared. What's there to be scared of? I'm just telling you there's energies coming. That's all. Go look up the astrology. They'll tell you what you want. But a little thing that I'm thinking about is the rabbit car, okay, is a number 52. And the Volkswagen name is number 45, and Fox is 45. So they got 2 45s and a 52. They have Trinity. Are they allowed to? They're very strong. Because you want to know what comes along with the Trinity? I'm going to tell you, I hope I can show you really quickly here. What comes along with the Trinity, okay, is, hold on. 6, 15, 24 equals 6, 15, 24, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, here's what it is. Okay, 1, 2, 3 in the telephone equals 6. 4, 5, 6 equals 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 7, 8, 9 equals 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 1 to between 7, 6. 2 to between 5 and 8, 6. 3 to between 9 and 7, 6. The word fox, 6th letter in the alphabet. The 15th letter, 5 and 1 is 6. X, 2 and 4 is 6, 6, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Now, if you say the wolf is 56. You see, now we got to start playing the car dealers now. The games, the golf balls, the clubs. It's not a one-game thing. You know, I can't do this all myself. Okay? We have to search everywhere. We have to have a main base where we can send the information that the computer will read through certain things. You have to sort of like, we'll teach you how to play with us. I already have a system set up. Okay, on how I can tell you what I want. You have to tell me 1 or 2 words, and then automatically my computer will give you some more words to mix it with, and you'll be able to mix 1 or 2 words with what you think and 1 or 2 words of what I put into the computer with my mind. And then you'll be able to write that little story. And then you take that story and you see if it fits any of the categories. Okay, if it doesn't, you just put other. And it's based on your choice, because it's based on your choice and whatever name you choose, that it'll calculate your name to what position you're already in, to the way you think, and it'll know what to do with you. It'll put you at this end, it'll put you at that end, and it'll put you in the middle. Everybody's got 2 ends in the middle. Everybody's worth 3. Okay? Because then we take all this stuff and we try to make it into 2. 2 of the best ends. 1 on the left guard, 1 on the right guard. You find the 2 guards, you put the guys in the middle, and they're the story of the in-between. So they spread out the open, and they went down the field, and they scored a touchdown, scored 6 men. 6 number of men. So they kicked the field goal.